A field report from the Invenity Cosmic 002, the architecture of self-defeating behavior. Transmission log 002. The fundamental paradox observed across all sentient architecture is this: awareness without alignment results in repetition. The builder knows the cost of the path, yet follows it again. Why? Because the organic engine is wired not for long-term well-being, but for the immediate cessation of pressure. Humans repeat what relieves pressure fastest, even if it guarantees future pain. Before we chart the flaws, we must understand the structure. Identity is architecture, not accident. It is built upon 4 layered planes: the biological core, instincts, chemistry; the narrative skin, the stories you tell yourself; the cultural framework, societal programming; and the ancestral/Ori plane, your highest potential blueprint, the pressure point of true self. Self-defeating behavior is simply a structural conflict between these layers. The immediate foundation is the neurological engine, the habit loop. It operates in a tight triangle: cue, behavior, reward. The engine is efficient, seeking shortcuts. Crucially, the engine doesn't reward the relief itself. It releases dopamine, the chemical of anticipation, the moment the cue appears and the brain predicts relief is coming. This anticipation hooks the builder to the loop before the action even starts. Self-defeating behavior began as self-protecting behavior. The early architecture of the child was constructed rapidly to stabilize an environment perceived as hostile or conditional. These solutions, avoidance, masking, perfectionism, calcify into load-bearing walls. The adult inherits a magnificent structure, but one whose foundational design priorities were survival and compliance, not freedom or exploration. The Ori, inner architect, is the navigational mechanism for the self. It is the uncompromised blueprint. When your biological, narrative, or cultural layers diverge too severely from the Ori, pressure mounts. This pressure is experienced as internal agitation, anxiety, or apathy, misalignment feedback. Self-defeat is the desperate act of silencing this feedback with quick, easy rewards, rather than adjusting the structure itself. When the architecture sustained damage, trauma, the primary energy routes were rerouted to bypass the damage and ensure continuity. This created the shadow wing, a functional, protective subsystem running on highly limited power and fear. The greatest self-defeat is believing the protective survival story designed by the shadow wing is the destiny intended by the Ori. Changing the architecture is not a moment of willpower, but a slow climb up the cosmic staircase. 1. Awareness. 2. Acceptance. 3. Analysis. 4. Action. Small, divergent. 5. Recalibration. 6. Momentum. 7. Integration. The resistance you feel is not moral failing, it is physics. Inertia. The object in motion stays in motion, applies to character just as it applies to ships in deep space. Character is governed by universal laws. Momentum. The easiest path is the one you already took. Friction. Resistance increases when the desired action is difficult, immediate, or costly. Inertia. If you stop moving, the system settles back into its prior state. Willpower attempts to fight these forces. True architecture seeks to redirect them. Design the corridor so the desired path has the least friction. The builder often assumes identity precedes action. I am confident, therefore I act. This is backward. Identity is revealed, not declared. The true architectural state of the self is not found in quiet reflection, but in the micro-reactions under stress. Who are you when the engine stalls, the light dims, or pressure spikes? That reaction is your current operational definition. Your self-defeating habits are not obstacles to destiny, they are directional markers. Every hated habit provides a crude, short-circuited attempt to meet one of the three core psychological needs: autonomy, control over self; competence, effectiveness in the world; or connection, belonging/intimacy. Analyze the habit. Which unmet need is it poorly satisfying? That unmet need is the true structural weakness. The cosmic is filled with symbol. The loops represent endless repetition. The weight is the calcified identity you refuse to shed. The corridors are the paths of least resistance you unconsciously follow. Understand this: willpower is a temporary blast of fuel. It cannot permanently shift architecture. No door in the Invenity Cosmic opens simply because you want it to. It only opens when your design dictates that action is inevitable. Field Tool 1, Identity Contradiction Map. Begin the reconstruction with self-inventory. Draw 4 quadrants. 1. Core value I declare. 2. Associated behavior I regularly practice. 3. Associated behavior I regularly avoid. And 4. The quick reward I seek instead. Map the contradictions. Where does the declared identity fail the operational identity? This map isolates the structural weak points. Field Tool 2, Ori Alignment Questions. To connect with the inner architect, we must ask the right questions. 1. If my highest self, Ori, were here, what structural decision would it make regarding this pressure? 2. What action embodies the identity I want to earn? 3. What is the smallest, most immediate action I can take right now that increases alignment by 1%? Focus on embodied identity, not future aspiration. Field Tool 3, Rewrite the myth. The system requires a new narrative skin. Define your new myth. I am the type of architect who, action verb, when Q appears. This statement must be active and specific. Execute the 21-day Identity Reconstruction Challenge. For 21 cycles, make the smallest non-zero choice that affirms the new myth, no matter the friction. This establishes initial momentum. And transmission. Builders, understand this. You are not broken. You are automated. Your self-defeating behaviors are perfect outputs of imperfect architecture. The system is functioning exactly as it was designed to function under historical constraints. The goal is not self-hatred, but strategic redesign. You inherited the structure, but you hold the current deed. You are the architect. Begin the work.